What's up, guys? Today we have a very exciting video for you. Of course, the Reptile Room Tour. Now, a lot has changed since my last Reptile Room videos. We've moved around a lot of stuff, gotten a lot more stuff, and now stuff is in a lot more rooms. So in this Reptile Room Tour 2021 is probably going to be the best one out of all of them. So with all that being said, I guess it's time to sit back, relax, and dive into some, well, a lot of reptiles. But first, let's roll a little preview of what's in store. And kicking things off, we're going to be starting with the first reptile room, which is going to be actually my reptile set. Of course, this is where I film all my videos. We've got this nice backdrop, a couple of other stuff. Of course, we got some nice tanks, and we'll be talking all about it right now. So starting out, of course, we've got this beautiful 2x2x4 screen enclosure, custom background that I've done. Still work in progress. It's not finished. However, you will notice there's no animal in it. That's because I haven't finished it yet. We are going to get some species of chameleon. I'm still undecided yet. There's a lot that's been going on. I'll fill you guys in a little bit later, but yeah. Reptile number one is actually not a reptile. Coming slightly to the left, we got my wife's bearded dragon toad. He is chilling in a 4x2x2 Zen habitat cage, which, by the way, I mean, just look how beautiful this cage. If you guys are interested in Zen habitats, I do have a link right in the description where you can get yours today. Okay, sponsorship's over, but yeah, I have a beautiful little bearded dragon. Of course, then if we go a little bit lower, I have Rex, my bearded dragon, chilling in a 6x2x2 animal plastics cage. She's been chilling in this for quite a long time. There she is right here. Ooh, boy, look at her. Love bearded dragons. They're actually, Rex was my first bearded dragon I've got like 6 years ago. I think she's one of my oldest that I've actually had in my care, and yeah, bearded dragons, man. Then coming a little bit to the right, we have a vast variety of tokay gecko mutations. Of course, I'm most known for my tokay, or breeding-wise, I'm most known for my tokay geckos. We got a variety of Morse Green Galaxy Reduced Pattern Powdered Blues over in here. Then a couple of normals I'm breeding, because I know you guys love the normal tokays. But yeah, big tokay geckos. We got a few eggs going on. I believe 2, 4, 6, 8 eggs right now that should be hatching anytime soon. So pretty soon, tokay gecko babies will be on the way. Actually, aren't all of my tokay geckos. They're the vast majority, but I do have my most valuable and rare geckos actually in the other room that we'll look at in a little bit. But before that, we gotta check out this grow tent over here. This is actually a 3 foot by 2 foot by 5 foot that I'm keeping one of my male Chinese water dragons in. I absolutely love the dragons, man. We got the bearded dragon, the Chinese water dragon, and actually in the building we have the frilled dragon. I am gonna move the Chinese water dragon into the building where all of my larger stuff is. However, I just haven't had the time to deconstruct, drive it down there, so on. But so yeah, right now we got a little Chinese water dragon who is chilling right there. As you guys see, I'm not the best with plants. I forget to water them, and there's that. But he likes it on the hanging hanging pot, so I left it in there. So it doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing, but he enjoys it, and that's all that matters. And then before we move on to the last room, we just got a couple more little snakes and lizards to talk about. This one right here is going to be my female jungle carpet python. Something you'll notice in a lot of the videos is the fact that I actually don't have the heat bulbs on. At the time of filming, we are in a huge heat wave, like record-breaking heat wave, so all my lights are off. It's extremely hot in here, so these guys will be good for the couple of days until this passed. But we got the jungle carpet going on right here, and then below we've got my beautiful little blue-tongued skink who is extra feisty. He is always, just always a feisty little dude. Let's see if we can, we'll take him out real quick. Hey, little buddy. Oh, I know. Oh my god, little chonker, as I call him, Flapjack. Oh. Flapjack, beautiful little blue-tongued skink. I love this little dude. He is so funny. I love the grumpy reptiles, obviously, and the little hissing. He just isn't happy, but it's hilarious, man. An animal looking like this and being all huffy-puffy, what could be better? That about covers this room. Obviously, it's still work in progress. I'm still gonna move some stuff around. This is gonna be like where my main display cages are. The tokay geckos are eventually gonna be moved in the building. We're gonna be moving some stuff from that room into this room. But speaking of that room, we still got plenty of reptiles to talk about, and that's gonna bring us to the main reptile room. But before we get into that next room, if you guys do me a huge favor, if you are enjoying the video, make sure to go down there, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see these awesome animals, because I definitely make a lot of videos, 5 videos a week. Thank you so much. Let's get into the next room. Kicking things off into this room, let's talk about this 20-gallon tank real quick. I have a pair of Chinese cave geckos in here, which are just probably my favorite, second favorite. The tokay geckos always have my heart, but the cave geckos are just absolutely stunning. Jet black with these nice golden bands and red eyes. I mean, what could be a cooler gecko than that? Yeah, they definitely trump leopard geckos in my opinion. Sorry, don't mean to hurt any feelings, but those are just facts. Moving on slightly down, we got a couple of crested geckos. This is one of my holdbacks from 2019. Absolutely gorgeous, man. I am in love with this gecko. I'm gonna start to try a line bred trait of this guy. These beautiful tiger stripes, and then obviously the super dowel dots. Probably my favorite gecko we've hatched out. We'll go into some of the babies I've hatched this year, which might trump this guy, but so far next year, I'm really excited for this female. Up a little bit above her, we do have another female that was a holdback of 2019. She got to size a lot quicker than she did. Crested geckos, man, but this one is really exciting. We actually just got a clutch of eggs from her last month, so this will be the first gecko that I've produced that is actually going to lay eggs for me. So we actually have a DBCB Exotics line of crested geckos, which is really cool as a breeder. It's a big milestone to actually breed your own reptile that you hatched and then get babies from it. It's a really cool thing. Speaking of crested geckos, let's talk about in full length 20 crested geckos right here. Nah, I'm just playing with you. I'm not going to talk too much about them. We got all of our breeders going on right here, gargoyle and crested. Right here we do have a pair of gargoyles that I'm breeding right now. I don't know why she hasn't laid me eggs yet, but so I repaired her with the male, beautiful yellow striped guard. Over here we've got some cookies, Xena, and Pebbles, my super dowels going on, and then the plenty of babies that we've hatched out this year. I believe we're up to 10 crested gecko babies and then 2 gargoyle babies. We do have a couple paired up right now. That's going to change actually next week. I'm just waiting on Amazon to give me my shoebox spins, but they're so late right now. Thanks, Prime Day. But we have some beautiful super dowel geckos going on. I believe this one in here is my absolute favorite. I mean, these guys hatched out of the egg with more spots than some of my actual breeders. It is amazing. I'm excited. All these are going to get held back until next year. So sorry guys if you're looking at these geckos and looking to buy. I want to see what these guys are going to come out like. I want to see the sex. I'm probably going to hold back all the females because they just look absolutely fantastic. So I'll have a 2020 holdback gargoyle in here, and then in there, here we have 2 gargoyle geckos that we did just raise up recently, or we hatched recently. The gargoyle geckos are really cool. One of them's like wicked, like a copper tone with stripes, while the other one's very pale in comparison. They like look like exact opposites, except they're clutch mates. So it's really interesting to see that. And coming on down over here, we've got a ton of other stuff. Ball pythons this time. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. I know you guys don't want to see hella ball pythons. I will just talk a little bit about the stuff that I'm most excited for. Which is definitely going to be this pairing right here. This is a bumblebelly to the bumblebelly female to a pastel calico yellow belly het clown. I'm really excited for this. Killer calibees, and ivories are on step for this pairing, so hopefully this girl is gonna lay here within the next month or so, but other than that, man, this is my most exciting pairing for ball pythons. It's crazy how fast I filled up this rack. I got this 10-tier rack system thinking like, oh, it'll be fine, you know, I'm not gonna have that many snakes. I think I had 3 at the time, and now I believe just the bottom one is empty. But we've got a couple of cool stuff, a couple of normals, super enchi blade. Down there in the bottom, we do have a pastel enchi paired to a caramel albino female. A bunch of cool stuff that I'm wicked excited for. Last thing I'm very excited about, she always hides, is this bamboo female. She should be up to size. She's a little small now, but I believe in November she will be up to size where we can pair her. I'm very excited about that. We actually did get a male for her, which is going to be in here. This one is a male bamboo yellow belly spider. Oh my god, it was very feisty. Yeah, I don't know what's with my bamboos are always my most nervous snakes. I don't know if that's with the gene or I just got like the bad end of the stick, but we're raising up this male too. We should be up to size and ready to breed with her when she is ready. Obviously males can be a lot smaller and breeder ready a lot quicker than females, but yeah, beautiful little bamboo. Check out those colors, man. Neon yellow with the bamboo, definitely an awesome combination. Our last ball python is this other female that I'm growing out. This one is a pastel calico het clown, which I am going to pair with my male pastel calico yellow belly het clown. So some awesome combinations for clowns, man. We got the chance to hit clowns, pastel calico clowns, super pastel. The possibilities are endless. I'm very excited for this female. She was worth every penny, and I believe next year or the year after that, she'll be ready to breed, and we can get those clowns going. Moving on for the ball pythons. I know, ball pythons are boring, blah, blah, blah. We got this rad incubator that I'll talk about that has ball python eggs. Oh, you thought we were done? This is my first ball python clutch going on. It is a normal to a super entry blade. Super stoked for these guys. I can't wait what's gonna pop out. Well, not the most exciting pairing. It is my first ball python clutch I've ever had, so cutting these eggs is gonna be exciting no matter what is. Over here we do have another thing that is a secret. Patreon members know, but not everyone else. So if you guys want to know, Patreon right down there in the description. Then coming on right next to it, we do have my red Aki tent going on. This is a 4x2x2. These guys aren't full adults yet. They are just, well, while they are breeder ready, they aren't the full adults. Aki monitors can go a little bit younger than some species, but we got these red Akis, which are absolutely gorgeous. Actually, if you can see right here, yeah, look at that male, man. My male is absolutely stunning. The female's pretty nice too. She's more of a base red, while this guy has, of course, these like golden rings going on, but they're absolutely stunning, man. We did get a clutch of eggs from the female, I believe a couple months ago. However, they weren't, they didn't make it full term. They made it about 4 or 5 weeks, so maybe next time. Right now, I'm just absolutely adoring these Aki monitors. I love them. I've actually gotten to a point where they're not afraid of me. They actually, as soon as I open the tent, they'll come up to try to get food. You know what? Let's see if we can do that right now. Usually when I open this bad boy up... Hey, buddy. Oh, you don't want to do it now? And give them a big meal. We put a bunch of lobster roaches in. Oh, you can actually see... it's like blending in with the substrate, but the female's buried underneath the basking stone while the male's hanging out on the sticks. Super cool to see that. They're not only like a burrowing species, but obviously they love some arborealness, so we've got some nice branches spanning out and around, but man, these Aki monitors are absolutely stunning. I love them. And last, but certainly not least, quite the opposite actually, this is probably my favorite shelf in the entire room. This is gonna be where my most rare and valuable tokays are, and then my trio of quince babies. So starting out, we've got... if you guys hear those bird noises, don't worry, we'll get to those a little bit later in the video. Right here we have Right here we've got Oddball. She is my unidentified morph. It's a morph that no one knows about, and we do have a clutch of eggs in here. She finally laid a clutch of eggs after 7 months. She was paired with the granite that we'll talk about next. But super excited, man. I now have the opportunity to create my own DBCB Exotics morph, which is... I'm above the moon, man. I remember when I first hatched, when she first laid eggs, I couldn't be contained, man. I was excited, I was screaming, I hyperventilated, I almost passed out. No, none of that happened. I was really excited, that was the thing. Oddball, beautiful tokay gecko. I cannot wait to see what those eggs look like. And coming down over here, we got a couple more tokay geckos. This one is where my granite is held. Probably one of my biggest tokay geckos, either biggest or second biggest, and definitely has the attitude to match, man. This is a tokay that is feisty, to say the least. I don't know what it is. It's somewhere, or some reason, the granite morph just seems to make aggressive tokays. I don't know, like, Dakota, tokay geckos are aggressive. The granite takes it like mean, ultra mean. Coming down right here in this 18x18, we have probably my absolute coolest tokay gecko. This is my super red tokay, my most valuable, and just, it's an incredible tokay gecko. I mean, those bright oranges, it looks like the sun, basically. I have a tokay gecko that looks exactly like the sun. A sun-kissed paint job on a tokay gecko. I mean, what could be better? Let's be real. Last enclosure we're gonna talk about before we get to those noisy animals that are in the other room is going to be my quince monitors. They're chilling in this 3x2x3 grow tent. We're actually gonna give them an upgrade to a bigger, actually aquarium. I believe it's a 90-gallon aquarium. Yeah, I believe it's a 90-gallon. I feel like it'll be a lot better. I can put a larger water area in there for him, and we're gonna put it in the living room, which we're gonna go to in a minute. I feel like they'll get a little bit more socialized with that. It'll be in a more, my God. In a more high traffic room, they'll see me more often, and maybe they'll calm down a little bit, because these guys are squirmy little things, but I absolutely adore them. Of course, quince monitors are super skittish while they're babies. As they grow into a subadult to adult, they calm down a little bit more, and that's really when you start taming them down. So far, we've got some rambunctious babies going on. Well, not the best to hold. They run around all over the place. They're absolutely fun to just enjoy, observe. Of course, a quince monitor swimming is just probably my favorite thing out there. Okay, let's get into the last room, man. Like the birds are ready. They want to be on camera, obviously, because of all the squawking. Let's get into it. The last room on this list, of course, the reptile living room. Okay, and here we are, the living room. Right here we've got Annabelle. She is my African gray rescue. You can see that she has a little bit of missing feathers. She was, I believe I got her 2 years ago. She was a completely naked bird when I got her, like literally just a little bit on the wings. And that's about it. Everything else looked like she was a turkey that's ready to be feasted. But she's just an amazing little animal. I absolutely adore my birds, no matter how much they ruin my videos for being very loud. They're still amazing, guys. Hopefully, she's so weird, so she'll grow her feathers out in the summertime. You can see they're starting to come in. You got a little bit going on right there, and then the tail feathers are coming in. And then in wintertime, she usually plucks them all out. That's just how she does it. I don't know why. That's Annabelle for you. Then moving slightly over here, we got big boy Dante, who was another rescue of mine. Dante came from an abuse case, pretty much not good people. They were abusing him both physically and just screaming at him. He is he doesn't like males. He really does not like me too much. He loves my wife. I don't know, maybe it was a guy that was beating on him, but he's cool. I adore him. He tolerates me, just he doesn't give me the lovey-dovey that he does with my wife. Let's take him out for the rest of this thing. We're almost done here. Come on, step up. Step up. Good bird. Yeah, you can just chill up there while we do the rest of this bad boy. So over here we got the last shelf unit. This is going to be some more crested geckos. We got a tiger super dell, a lavender partial pinstripe. What are you doing? What are you doing to my hat? Don't eat my hat, please. Beautiful lavender, which by the way is for sale. It's going for a great price. If you guys want this gecko, please DM me, Instagram, Facebook. And then lastly, we got an olive crested gecko. That is my wife's. Down here, beautiful little red-eyed tree frog, which you can actually see. What's a rarity, because I never see my red-eyed tree frogs ever. Here's one of them. Red-eyed tree frogs. They are a green blob 90% of the time, unless you're up at 3 a.m. And at that point, you can actually find them. Oh. Going down. And then we got the leopard gecko in here. The heat light's off, obviously. It's just wicked hot in here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm sweating a lot. Cute little leopard gecko, man. I wasn't really into leopard geckos until, I think this was some point last year. My friend had one. He was breeding them, and I was like, oh, you know what? Everyone wants to see leopard. Can you stop? Can you... What do you... Macaw ownership. This is what it's like. Just a macaw banging his beak off of your head. Okay. A little leopard gecko. Nothing much going on with him. Usually his lights are on. However, obviously it's too hot, so that's why they're not. Then last but not least, we got a couple of 15 gallons over here, which house a White's tree frog and my last red-eyed crocodile skink. I know we don't have too. We used to have a lot. We used to breed red-eyed crocodile skinks. However, I decided to get out of it. So I just got my lone male that I don't know. He's a cool looking dude, so I figured I'd keep him. And then up there, we got my little White's tree frog, which I really want to get into a larger enclosure and then get a couple more, because White's tree frogs definitely have to be my favorite frog species. That about does it for the living room. There's not much going on in here. Pretty much just a shelf, and then this, whatever this is. Oh. Hey, what are you doing? Why? That's my question, actually. Not what, but why. Why do you do the things you do? Okay. Well, let's put him back up. My arm's getting a little bit sore at this point. There you have it, guys. A couple of rooms with a lot of reptiles in it, but I know what you're thinking now. Dakota, what about your tegus? What about your other monitor lizards? What about all the other stuff that you have that we didn't see? Well, that's actually my reptile building, which if you guys do want me to do a reptile building room tour, drop me a comment in the comment section and let me know. Then maybe while you're down there, also let me know what was your favorite reptile on this reptile room tour. I know we got a variety of stuff going on, and I want to know, you man, what's your opinion? What is the best reptile that we showed in this reptile room tour? And then if you haven't had enough of these reptile room tour videos, I actually have a playlist of all the reptile room tours I've done. There's a variety of stuff's really changed, stuff's constantly changing over here, so if you want to see what the room looked like a year ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, you can check it out over there. We also got a couple of awesome playlists or a couple of awesome videos going on right here. Down there is where you hit the subscribe button. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Until tomorrow, goodbye.